Howdy patrons, gonna do a little work on the Lost Galaxy set downstairs. I'd really like to see some work done on this set. It's kind of ugly. This is still just foam. I'd like that to be plaster. Got my little tray here, which I fill with water. This is my plaster cloth, which cuts easily with just a pair of scissors, so I can link to this stuff. Then I make plaster, which I usually do 1 thing of water and then two things of plaster, and then stir. You could add more water to make it more liquidy and more plaster to make it thicker. Once I've got my foam covered in plaster cloth, then I take plaster, kind of more of a liquidy consistency, like yogurt maybe a little thicker than yogurt, and I rub that on the plaster cloth and smooth it out with my fingers. What's up with this music? I thought it was good when I picked it. I didn't get to the part where they auto-tuned a cat. This is bad. Moochie, is that you? It's like you asked the cat if they want some fancy feast and they get the auto-tune going. Really sorry about this. I'll pick a different song next time. Alright, so now I've got my foam stacked. Nothing is glued, it's just, I just cut pieces of foam and stacked them on top of each other. Nothing fancy. I eyeballed it and I just cut it with this. No ruler or anything, even though I have one right there. That's just lazy. But good enough, because it doesn't have to be perfect. I had my bikes where I wanted them, and I figured out where you could see them best with the Rangers in front here. Took my marker, and I just traced around the bike. So next step, I'm just using this bucket to store these for now. So I'm going to take this with my beautiful markings, and we're going to go over here. We're now going to take this foam cutting tool, and I'm just going to cut the foam. Okay. I don't know how interesting that is to watch the whole thing, but you get the idea. You just turn it on, and then the hot wire cuts the foam. Doesn't have to be perfect, is what somebody who's doing a bad job would say. Yeah, you can do like that. I know some people who do dioramas. This is pretty much what they do, and then they paint it and do some dry brushing and it's good enough. I usually go some extra steps and cover mine in plaster. And I keep doing, but like if you were to paint this black and then just dry brush like white over it or gray or something, like that's what a lot of people do. And it's perfectly good. See, wasn't that easy? Okay, so then I come back over here. I put this back into place. And here's my Dino Thunder set. Still love that. I'm trying to figure out what the background is going to be. This is, the blue is not a finished thing, and it is kind of ugly, so I'm looking forward to figuring that out. I was looking into like print services to see if like, I could print. Here, this is a black and white printout of a forest picture. It's not a correct size or anything, but something that would go all the way around. So I'm trying to figure out who does printing like that and how much it'll cost to do a bunch of these. Big prints can get expensive. Also still working on the command center, or the power chamber rather. Here's where I am so far with the Lost Galaxy set. Obviously not finished, but that might be the end of this video because I don't think this is going to be done today. So I guess there can be a part 2. I used this glue. What is this? Wood glue. Okay. Hopefully this is dry now. So I just took the thing and just... Then you take the foam. I do that. And then you leave it. Well, sort of. I also put weights on it. So hopefully this has been drying overnight. Usually I use hot glue because I don't like to wait. Okay. Okay, good. So maybe this is ready for plaster. Maybe I'll try to get to that today. Alright. I'm really looking forward to overdrive because I want to do a cave on both sides for the freezies and the hotties. I didn't mean to call Moltor a hottie. I'm not into Moltor like that. Lots of work to do down here. Alright, gonna end here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being patrons. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more stuff. Good night.